Hi, Soul Fam, Ava from We Have Liberty and Freedom. Um, we truly are living in some freaking weird times. Like, I don't even know where to start, but it's like just like half the people out there, like they're living like the way they're living is like they're in a totally another world, and the other half, I mean, again, totally another world, and it's just so freaking bizarre. I just can't wrap my head around it. you know? I mean, it really is like Twilight Zone, Matrix. People say that, and we know that there's the shift and everything, but just to witness it, especially in my line of work, I cut hair. And so I see like a huge cross section because the place I work at, we just see like all walks of life. And it's just so bizarre. Like, you get people that come in, they're all masked up and, "Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to get the COVID and blah blah blah." And it's just so weird. It's like, and then you get the people that are, I mean, for lack of a better term, normal. I don't even believe in normal anymore. I don't, honestly, I don't want to go back to normal, because normal is what led us to this, like, bizarro world, you know? And, but yeah, it's so freaking weird. We're living in two different dimensions. Literally, I have a foot in either side, it feels like. Um, it's just so weird. I just don't get it. I've never in my life, I mean, and I'm a child of the 70s and 80s. I was born in 73. And it's just, I mean, and the 80s, the 80s, I mean, come on. Look at like the kind of clothes and the hair that we had. I mean, 80s was kind of a weird time, but even with the weirdness of the 80s, you can't even compare to the weirdness now. I mean, you can't make this shit up. it's it's like some of the stuff I see online is it's just so weird. I It just baffles my mind. I'm literally at a loss for words of the shit that I've seen lately, and the way that people are behaving, or some people are behaving. It's just, I don't understand what's it going to take to wake these people up. Honestly, what is it going to take? Because by now they should be awake. I feel, I don't know how you guys all feel, but um it's like, it couldn't be, to me, it couldn't be more obvious if it like freaking slapped them upside the head, what's going on, and all the everything that we conspiracy theorists have told them thus far has come true. And yet still, oh, you guys are just, you're just crazy conspiracy theorists. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, I mean, I know that my family thinks that I'm like a boatload of freaking like conspiracy theory, like conservative nut job. I um I was raised in a very Democrat household, and my grandfather, although he wasn't directly in politics, he rubbed shoulders with a lot of political people. He was friends with Pierre Salinger, who was the press secretary for LBJ and JFK. So that kind of gives you an idea of. And so growing up, I heard political talk around the house like all the time. And yeah, it's just, but Yeah, and then I got red pilled in 99 by, I think I already told that story, or, I know I did on an earlier, 2 videos from, like, 2 years ago, but, yeah, so, sorry if you hear something in the other room. Apparently our cat's getting into something and my oldest son is yelling at her to get out of it. Anyway, yeah, she's being really rambunctious, um, with the whole, timeline ascension and everything, or, time shift or whatever. Earth ascension, the both of my animals have been just acting weird. I think I've heard a lot of other people mention that as well. um and speaking of like ascension symptoms and like the timeline split and um all that stuff, uh, I don't know about all you guys, but I've definitely noticed that time is like speeding up. Like at work today, literally, I mean, I was there, I opened the shop at 9:30 and my son, he works with me. So we opened the shop at 9:30 with two of our other coworkers and I worked till 6. We both worked till 6. And it literally felt like I was there like an hour and then like the day ended. I was like, how the heck did we get here? And it's been like that for the past several days, like just flying by, just it's just yeah, it's crazy how it's just been flying by like that. But and then I've been having like Michael from our everyday lives was talking about the ascension symptoms that in the solar plexus, like people are having gut issues like bloating and stuff like that. And my gut definitely was weird today because my last client, I was cutting his hair and my stomach just started making loud noise like brr, brr, brr. Sorry if that's TMI, um but it was so weird. I mean, I used to get a lot of gut issues, but that was the first time I'd heard my stomach making loud noises like that in like years. It was very, very weird because I didn't eat anything out of the ordinary. So, yeah, that and the ringing in my ears is so loud, like the keening sound. But it doesn't really bother me. Not it used to, but it doesn't bother me anymore, but it literally is constant. Like it never goes away, but it's not, I don't even know that I could say it's like in my ears. It's like my inside my skull basically. Does that make sense to some of you guys? It's like inside my head and around my head, like this keening sound. Um like when you go to a rock concert or any concert really that's really freaking loud and you're right by the speakers, and then you go home and you have that keening sound in your head for half the night afterwards, like that. If you guys know what I mean, it's like that. Um, and then what else? Head pressure. I've had head pressure, kind of been sort of like forgetting what I'm talking about a lot, which I mean, I kind of did that before anyway because I'm ADD, but like yeah, just it's like this feeling like as if somebody's blowing a balloon up inside your skull. Like it's just like not so much a headache, but it's just pressing outward, like more and more outward pressing. Um and then this feeling, I don't know, it could be allergies, but the feeling on the tip of my nose, like a billion little teeny feathers are just like tickling, like it's like so almost like a numb, like vibraty tickly feeling I can't even, that's like the only way I can kind of describe it, but it just drives me crazy. Like literally one night it was so bad. My nose tickled so bad. I was like rubbing my nose with my shirt, and it would not stop. And I told my husband I'm going to end up like getting like rubbing my nose raw because it was so ticklish. I could not stand it. Nothing would stop it. Like it was driving me crazy. But I don't know if that's like considered like an ascension symptom or if any of you are experiencing that. But yeah, I sort of feel it right now. It's not like it's been, because it's been really bad at times where it just drives me up the wall. But um yeah, so those are some of my ascension symptoms. Definitely the bloating though. That's the worst one, and that's been within like the last couple of days, and Michael and Ireland have both mentioned that in their videos. I mean, I've heard a few other people mention it. So yeah, I'm so ready for all this crap to be over, just I'm tired of hearing this. It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen soon. Okay. And I don't know if any of you guys watch Sky Prince, the gal that talks about, she's from Australia. She talks about the med beds. Um, but she put out a video the other day. I forget what it was titled, but basically in the video she kind of brought up, and I totally agree and I get it, but she brought up the fact that kind of for people, I guess, to try to be sensitive or like aware of saying to people constantly, "Oh, um it's just a little, just we just got to wait a little longer. It's just a little longer." And I know that might sound petty, but that to be aware of saying that, but the thing is like you got to understand, some of us have known about this shit for so long, and maybe not to the extent that we've all found out within the last like 3 to 5 years or so, but like, I mean, I've been awake since 1999 and I've been waiting for this shit to come out. And it's I'm just so tired. I'm so weary of it all. I'm just ready for it to freaking be over. And I mean, it's not like I just found out and now I'm being impatient. It's not like I just found out within the last like couple months or couple of years or even the last 5 years. I've known about this shit since 1999. I mean, I may not have necessarily known that there was a group out there that was going to fight against it and bring this stuff to light, but just like everyone else pretty much, I knew about people starting to fight against all this, you know um within the past several years, but I don't know. It's just, I'm just tired of it. I'm just so ready for it to be over. I feel like it makes me so upset that these people just play these freaking games with our lives, with billions of us. It's like a small group of like a couple 100,000 billionaire psychopaths in the world that are basically holding several um billion people hostage, and they literally, they are freaking psychotic narcissists that they don't give a crap about any of us. They literally don't give a crap about any of us at all. you know they just see us as like, basically we're like maggots to these people, you know and it's disgusting. It's disgusting that they see us this way. I don't understand, because I'm an empath. I've always been an empath. I feel other people's pain. I freaking watch like the news or like a freaking Hallmark channel, or not channel, or yeah, Hallmark channel, but I mean, I meant to say Hallmark commercial, from back in the day, and it's like I'll cry, because I feel bad for people. I'll cry, I'll see somebody, something happened to somebody and I'll cry. I don't even know those people from Adam, but I feel bad for people. I feel other people, like a connection. I mean, and what's crazy is I've noticed in the past several years, I've had this odd sense that I can really get into people's heads. It is the weirdest feeling. Like if I'm just driving down the street and I see some, say, homeless man or just somebody walking, I swear to God, it's almost like I have a sense that I'm in their head seeing what they're seeing. I know that sounds probably weird, like I'm like some woo woo weird shit, but I'm not even kidding. It's like I really feel like I can put myself in their shoes at that moment and see what they're saying and feel what they're feeling. It is the strangest thing. Um, and whatever that is, I don't know if you want to call that an ability or whatever it is. It's only been within the last couple of years that I've noticed I can do that. And so it's literally in its like infancy, but I've noticed that I can do that. And at first I thought it was like my imagination, but then the more I like make myself aware, excuse me, um, the more I'd make myself aware of it, like the more I felt like I could do it, if that makes sense. I I don't know. It's just, and so I just don't understand how these vile people can treat other human beings the way they do and play with our lives with all this propaganda that they spew, and turning groups of people against each other, color against color, age against age, you know men against women, and all this. I just don't understand how you can play around with people's lives like that, and how you can freaking sleep at night, and how you can look at yourself in the mirror and sleep like a baby. Only a complete and utter psychopath could do that, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I look at my two boys and other people's children, and I just think, how can these psychotic these psychotic people, how can they do this to people? How can they do this to these kids? Well, obviously they freaking eat kids and sacrifice them and shit, so why the hell would I think they'd care about any of our kids? But how can they do that? You hear about them doing that stuff, but how can they do that and not even feel a thing? I don't understand that, because I feel so much for other people. I feel their pain. I don't understand people that can't feel that. I literally do feel other people's pain and their joy and stuff. If I walk into a room and somebody is like really upset, I feel it. I was actually just talking to my oldest son about that, because we work together, like I was saying, and um there's been a certain person that I work with, and she's been just in, I don't know what she's going through, but she's really not been in a good headspace. And every time I work with her, I love her to death. I don't have any personal beef with her at all, and I love her to death. But every time I work with her, whatever she's going through is so deep and heavy that I feel it like just pulling on me. And my son feels it, because he takes after me with the empathic feelings and everything. He's had the ability to see things, otherworldly things, as I have. Not like solid like a ghost per se, but he's had encounters, if you will. um But yeah, and then like when she's not at work, it like today she wasn't there. It was just me and my son and two of our other coworkers. And everybody was lighthearted and it was, I mean, it was great. It was great. Like I felt wonderful, you know. I just felt lighthearted and wonderful. But yeah, when this one coworker is there, like I said, whatever, I don't know all what she's going through. I do know that she struggles with some mental health issues, but whatever she's going through, it weighs so heavy on her that it weighs heavy on me and my son when she's in there. And I could be having the greatest day personally, you know, and like, you know, all my clients are great. There's no one complaining, but just being in the same room with her, I feel that energy just beaming in, you know. And it's been more as of late. I mean, um just I don't know, like I said, I don't know what's going on with her, but that's my experience with not just her but other people. Like, and I've literally had to cut so many people out of my life, you know, and it's not because I don't agree with them, because there's a lot of friends that I still talk to that like we are on completely different like opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to like politics or whatever, but we totally are fine. But there are some people, and they may even agree with me. They might actually be on the same political and everything spectrum as me, but they're so flippin' negative that I cannot be around them. Like I literally, it will psychically drain me, and I will be drained sometimes for, I'm not kidding, like I've been, there's a relative of mine that I can't be around him because literally just one day with him and I am fully drained for roughly 2 months. It takes me that long to recover from being around him. That's how like negative just and toxic this person is, you know. And it's sad. It shouldn't be like that. I don't like to not be able to be around people that I love, but it just got to the point where, I mean, I finally realized most of my depression and anxiety wasn't even my own. It was like I was around people that were like that all the time. And so I literally was taking on a lot of their emotions and thinking it was my own. And as soon as I got them out of my life and away from me, I'm great. I feel fine. It's crazy. It's cool. I mean, it is cool and it's not cool because now I can't see those people, but I mean, what are you going to do, you know? I know I'm like rambling. Oh, yeah, I just have so much on my mind. Just so much. And, you know, if any of you guys, you know, want me to bring anything up, just, you know, put it in the comment section. And oh, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, hit the little bell on there. Um, you know, because it'll get it and get this out there to other people. Something to do with the algorithms. I What do you guys like? What are you guys feeling right now? Like, I want to hear your thoughts and the things that you guys are dealing with. You know, hey, unburden it. I mean, I know I was just talking about being around negative people, but I mean, we all have negativities, you know, that we experience even ourselves, that, you know, and it's good. It is good to get it out. When I'm talking about people being negative, I mean people that wallow in it all day, every day, 24/7, 365, you know, that's what I'm talking about. But lay your burdens down, you know, in my comments section. If you um, if there's something you need to get off your chest and you don't have anybody to talk to, just let me know. Or you can DM me on Telegram or whatever. Just, because I know we all need to be able to talk about this stuff. And I mean, I'm fortunate enough I can talk to my husband, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, even my son about this stuff, or, and a few other people. But I know there's a lot of you out there that you don't have anybody to talk to. So, there's me and there's other people from the groups that I'm in that you can reach out to, and it just, strength in numbers. We all got to support each other in these crazy times. So, anyway, I'm so exhausted. I've got to open the shop again with my son tomorrow morning, and we got to drive my younger son all the way to my mom's house first before we go to work. So it's gonna be an early day. I'm gonna go to bed. uh I love you guys, and uh, I'll talk to you soon. All right, good night. Bye.